Ori, hi, thanks very much for coming.
No problem, Lena.
So how are you?
Yeah, okay. Obviously, it's been a tricky year.
Yeah,
Not the easiest, but starting to get through that.
good.
Obviously, I've had 6 months in this new role, which I guess we're going to talk about today.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm getting there.
good, good. Is there anything I can do to help on that side?
No, no, that's personal.
Okay. And what about any travel plans coming up?
Yeah, I've got 2 weeks holiday coming up soon, so
Fabulous.
looking forward to a bit of a break.
Is it India, isn't it?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
fantastic.
So no, looking forward to getting down there, getting away, and just clearing my head for a while.
Yeah, I understand. And whereabouts in India are you going?
I'm going to Mumbai.
Lovely.
Yes.
And have you been before or?
No, it's part of. I want to do each different continent.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, no, it'll be a nice holiday, nice break. I'm just going on my own.
Yeah.
I've got someone today to look after my cats, so hopefully
Oh,
they'll be all right.
that's good. At least you know they'll be looked after.
Yeah,
Oh, fantastic. So you're okay for a water and
yeah,
thing like that.
all fine, thanks.
Yeah. So we've got 15 minutes to go through your appraisal, and to talk about your performance and look at the KPR and see how you've done over the last 6 months. And then what we'll do, we'll look at that, discuss any kind of questions that you've got or any concerns, and then we can look at setting new targets for the next 6 months. Feel free to ask questions at any time,
Okay, okay.
and this is a two-way conversation, so please, I quite rely on your input just as much as mine. In terms of your targets, how do you feel you've done over the last 6 months?
Clearly, I haven't done that well. I haven't been hitting my targets. Number of reasons for that.
Mm-hmm.
I know you moved me across from across into sort of the beauty products,
Yeah.
and I'm not as comfortable with that
Okay.
as the other line. So it's taken me a while to get used to that.
Yeah.
I prefer the other products, but so I think that's had a hit on it.
And why are you not as comfortable on the beauty products?
Well, it's not. It's my experience is not on that side. Um, I don't have the confidence when I'm selling it on the phone, and I think that's picked up by the clients.
Is that I'm glad you picked that up because I just wanted to, if you look at the KPR actual reports, I've noted on your actual length of calls, your your target say is usually 100, and previously you've absolutely gone way above that, which is fantastic, and that's why you're so good at your job. And but I've noticed they're actually meeting half your target, but your length of call is actually almost double, and I wondered why that actually is.
Well, I think there's a couple of reasons for that. The beauty products need a lot more description. There's a lot
Okay.
more options there for the clients, so naturally it takes longer to talk about. And I don't like to look at a weakness here, but maybe it's because I'm not as comfortable, so
Okay.
it's taking me a bit longer to discuss it with people.
Um, and you say you're not comfortable. What can I do to help there?
Um, Ideally, I'd like to move back to my old team, but if I have to stay where I am, I'd like some more training
Okay.
to get myself to know, 100% I'm comfortable with the products that I'm selling.
Yeah, it's because you did the 1 day course. Perhaps you would like a
Yeah, I mean,
refresher, or
I think probably, yeah, the 1 day course, you're there, you take it in, but it's not really. I think it's important after you've done it for a while
yeah.
to as you say, a refresher again, because then it's more practical, more commercial.
Would it be useful as well, perhaps if you went to the London office and perhaps shadowed someone?
I'm happy. I'm happy to do that.
Maybe that might help, and because you were so good in the other team, and the reason why we moved you is that it's your expertise, your maturity, the business, and you are a number one performer. So we're just concerned that there's been a dip in your
Yeah.
performance.
Well, maybe the beauty products are more for the 20-year-olds. Like the people in my team. Maybe they've got more of an understanding of it, and the clientele we're selling to, they tend to be a lot of that age group. So maybe they're not, you know, linking with me on the phone.
Is is that? Do you think would it be easier if you, because you were so good at sales for on the medical side, if you had the training, would that give you the confidence to sell?
I'd hope so. You know, if this is the only option open to me, because I love the group. You know, I've been
Good.
with you
That's
for a while, and you know, I've got good, good relationship with people. But if that would make a difference, then yes, I'm willing to look at that. I'd still like to look at going back to the medical side.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not possible at the moment because of the team's full. And as I said, the reason that we did move you is because we want you to be that inspiration in that team because there's a lot of young people. I do appreciate that, but if you could guide them and motivate them how to do it, 'cause with your skills.
So if I'm supposed to sort of lead, is there a possibility that I could go into more of a management role with them rather than just all the time sales and sort of encourage them and help them that way?
Potentially, yes, but we do need your figures to come up as they were, this time last year. Your figures were, almost double what they are, and with your length of calls as well, and also your occupancy rate. Because what I have noticed as well is on the unresolved calls, usually you're looking at 2 or 5, but at the moment you've got 49 calls that are unresolved, and I just wondered.
I think that again, I don't want to do myself down here, but I
Mhm.
think that comes down to a lot of confidence with and my knowledge of the products.
Okay.
So, yes, if you can give me some good training on that,
Yep.
that will definitely assist that.
Yep.
It'll take a while for me to get up to the same
Yeah, of course.
knowledge and speed as I had on the medical side.
Yep.
I think I would be making a lot more money for you if I was in that team still,
Yep.
but I definitely need training.
Fine. Absolutely. We want to support you. I know you've had a horrid year, and we're here to help wherever we can. We don't want to, we want to do whatever we can to support you and get you back up there. Um, I'm, at the moment, these. How do you feel about these targets at the moment?
Um, well, clearly I haven't been hitting them. And at the moment, I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I can't see
Yeah.
myself hitting them. The same targets in medical team, I would have no problem with. I mean, whether that's because the beauty products aren't as popular as the medical one, or with my knowledge, I don't know. You know, I'm motivated by my travel, and
Yeah.
I like to do well financially at work. At the moment, that's not happening because of how I'm performing. Can I see myself hitting those targets? Currently, no. With some
Right.
more training, potentially, yes, and maybe our database needs working on. A
Okay.
lot of the calls I'm hitting, yes, my knowledge isn't there, but they're not interested either. So maybe we need to look at, who's on our database.
That's a great idea. I know. I definitely agree. We'll sort some training out for you. That's perhaps when you come back, we can all have a bit of a brainstorm about, what other markets should we be tapping into? Because I think that's a fantastic idea. Because the beauty products actually generally sells more. I think there's more demand out there. So, perhaps we need to start hitting other areas, which is it'll be a great initiative. And would that be something that would motivate you?
Yeah, if I can, help grow the business that way, that'd be great.
Okay, that's that sounds fantastic. Um, and so going back to the actual targets, because you said you couldn't see the light at the moment. I appreciate you're going away in a couple of weeks, but would it be perhaps beneficial if we met more frequently until we get you back up to speed and reset the targets?
I think yes, and maybe could you sit in on a few calls with me and just let me
Absolutely.
know, if you think I'm doing it right, you're doing it wrong. It's nice if I can see that you're doing it as well,
Yep.
and so I know exactly if I'm going. There's a couple of little things I'm doing wrong that could help.
Yep.
I'd appreciate that.
Perfect. Okay, I'll do that. Well, shall we start? Um, it's well. How about tomorrow? Shall I sit with you on a call?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Thank you. We
Okay.
go into a private room for that, so other
Of
people
course.
don't see what's happening.
Yeah. I'll. Yeah. No problem at all. Um, and should we say 11 o'clock?
Yeah, that's fine. And
Okay.
obviously, you know, the team a lot younger than me. Will they know about this?
No,
No, good.
not at all. This is, I should have mentioned that
Yeah.
earlier, sorry. This is completely between us and in confidence. Whatever will stay here between you and me. Um, and I'll do as well, we'll arrange some training for you, perhaps when you get back. Or,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah. And you would be happy to go down to London for the day, would you? A day or
Yeah.
two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, I'll try and see what I can arrange there. Um, and in terms of the targets, so instead of saying 100 calls, shall we? What do you think would be feasible?
So if I'm looking at this, my average has been 50 a month, or is that 50 in total over the last 6
It's
months
50 per day.
per day?
Yeah.
If I look at if I'm working for 8 hours, 7 hours a day with my lunch, I think realistically to get through to the right people at the right time, I'm looking at the best I could do is probably 7 calls an hour. So no, maybe 8 an hour, so 56, 60.
Okay. So should we go for 60?
Okay.
And then what we can do, we'll review in a month's time. I appreciate you're away for 2 weeks, and just see how those 2 weeks are going. And then we can review again and see how that's going.
Okay. Is this formal at the moment? Is there any formal proceedings with this? Is it disciplinary?
No,
No.
absolutely not.
Okay.
No. Audrey, this is just me trying and help you get you back up to speed. So nothing.
Well, that's a relief.
Nothing to worry about at all. We don't, you're just a wonderful individual. We're so happy with you. We've just noticed that your performance has slipped.
Okay. That encouraged me to work harder with you.
Good. I'm pleased, and if there's anything we can do to help you, then please let us know. Whether it's personal, you want to talk to us, or anything to do with work as well. And equally, if you've got any ideas on what other markets to get involved with and try and sell, please, share your ideas, and we can share them with the group.
Thank you.
And you, unfortunately, we can't move you back to the medical side. But how do you get on with your team?
I mean, they're very different. They're clearly, they feel like they're 30 years younger. They're all about 20 years younger. They're born in the 80s, 90s, and they've got different sort of, they do different things at weekends. I want to go home and watch TV and play with my cats. They want to go out down the town and stuff, and
Yeah.
they're always talking about which boys they were. They're nice people. I'm sure I was like that 20 years ago, but it's very hard to interact with them,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure if they respect me as the older person in there.
They most definitely do. The feedback I've received,
Well, that's nice to hear.
they highly regard you, and they've learnt a lot from you, and that they really love you being part of the team. So I think they would feel upset if you left and to another team. So
Okay, that's good.
you motivate them, and so they're pleased that you're there for them.
Okay.
And there is the age gap, but that's going to be always through life, isn't it? And that's where you use your maturity and wisdom to kind of guide them through it. In terms of bonus though, Audrey, for the 6 months, unfortunately, you're not eligible for a bonus due to your targets. But what we can review this in the next 6 months.
I think we need to look at how clearly we're going to look at the target calls, but how they're assessed, because clearly I was hitting my targets. I was doing much better in the medical side, and it was your choice to move me across here. So it's hard for me to do it in this different field. So I'd like you to sort of consider, reevaluating them. Maybe we can look at that again in a month's time.
Absolutely. we'll go for, are you happy with the 60 calls a day, or do you want to go for 56?
No, 60. Push
Okay,
me a little bit. Push me.
okay. And, and then once you start hitting these, you will be rewarded for your work
Okay.
as you were previously when you were hitting your targets.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Um, so we'll meet again in a month's time. Hopefully your holiday will, you come back refreshed and energized and with lots of fantastic stories to tell us.
Thank you.
And so I'll organise, we'll meet tomorrow at 11 o'clock and I'll listen to you on the call. I'll organise some training back for when you're back on leave and some job shadowing. In the meantime, what will you do?
Um, I've got 2 weeks. Well, I'll hear from you tomorrow. You might get some ideas after the call you listened on, and I'll really try and push myself for the next 2 weeks, and then go away, have my holiday, and come back refreshed to give it a good go.
And if you could, I really like that idea of different markets we could perhaps target. If you could think about that whilst you're away as well, we would really appreciate that.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Not too much on your holiday time though. And have you got any questions at all for me?
No, that's you set it out quite clearly. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. And please, or anytime you need anything, please let me know.
Thanks, Ian.
I'll write this up, our discussion, and I'll provide you with a copy. If there's anything you don't agree on, if you could let me know, and we can talk about it and change it if necessary. And then we'll be with each other. We'll see each other tomorrow for this call.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.